For sure. So to start off, spina bifida means open spine or split spine. The defect happens when the neural side tubes don't join properly, which leaves an opening and the spinal nerves poke out of the spinal cord. There are 3 different types of it, and all of them vary in how dangerous or what is needed to help.
Could you go in more depth with the 3 types, please? How dangerous are they?
Sure. So one of them is called occulta spina bifida, which requires no treatment. There's an opening in the back which is covered by skin and muscle. And in time, the spinal cord will mostly be unaffected by this disease. The second is called meningocele spina bifida, which is also the most common of the 3. It is usually treated with a surgery to remove a cyst. Then there is the third and most severe case of spina bifida. This type is called monomeningocele. In this, the spinal cord is actually exposed from an opening in the spine.
Will she be able to walk?
Unfortunately, for the third type, it usually results in complete or partial paralysis of body parts below the opening in, for example, the legs. It can even get to the point where he or she cannot walk, have urinary and or bowel dysfunctions.
Is there any way that we can fix this?
Well, to attempt fixing this, a complex surgery has to take place that puts the nerves back into the spinal cord. Physical therapy will most likely follow up after the surgery. Walkers, braces, and crutches are often used to help. He or she will always have the lasting effects. The severity also depends on where the cyst is located. If the cyst is higher up on your back, the paralysis will be much more severe, and if it's lower on your back, then it'll be a lot less severe.
Do you have any idea of what caused her to have spina bifida?
Well, spina bifida is a complex condition that is likely caused by the interaction of multiple genetic and environmental factors. A shortage of folate appears to play a significant role in determining whether your child will have spina bifida or not. Some other things that can be associated with the disease could be from a pregnant mother drinking or using of certain medications. Do these things apply to you?
Yes, I hate to admit it, but I have a problem with drinking. I just didn't think that anything so serious could result from this. I can't believe it's all my fault. Will my child still be at risk for mental and physical disabilities?
Well, you have to believe it because drinking is extremely dangerous, and for pregnant women in general, it gets worse. Some lasting effects of the disease may be the inability to walk, hip dislocation, foot and ankle deformities, muscle weakness, scoliosis, which is an abnormal curve in the back. Your daughter could also be wheelchair bound. Accumulation of fluid in the brain could appear, bowel and bladder dysfunctions, or different types of learning disabilities.
I just don't find it believable that drinking could cause so many problems for my only child. Is there anything that I could do to prevent this from happening in the future?
Well, we can only hope for the best, but you should try eating foods high in folate, or eating leafy green vegetables, drinking orange juice, eating beans, and white flour products.
Okay, thank you. I will definitely make sure to do that. Is there any specific types of genetic defect that cause this disorder?
We haven't figured this out quite yet, but changes in dozens of genes may influence the risk of spina bifida. Also, studies have shown that women who take supplements containing folate before they get pregnant and very early in their pregnancy are significantly less likely to have a baby with spina bifida.
So, as you can see, I'm African American, and my friends of the same race have never had this happen to their child. Is there any reason for this?
There's no exact reason, but it is most common in the U.S. among non-Hispanic whites and Hispanics than it is in African Americans. That's why you probably don't have any African American friends or their children who have spina bifida. Also, only an estimated 1 in 2,500 newborns worldwide are diagnosed with this disease. And spina bifida is the most common of the neural tube defects, or what we call NTDs. Right now, there are an estimated 166,000 individuals with spina bifida living in the United States.
Well, that makes more sense because I've rarely heard of people mention this to me. But wow, I never realized how many people have to deal with this.
Yes, so I'm assuming that you have no known family history of this disease, right?
Yeah, I know all mine and my husband's family members, and enough to know that nobody has this. So that just brings up my next question. How did this happen if it wasn't inherited?
Good question. Well, it's interesting because about 95% of the cases of children getting diagnosed have no family history whatsoever. So this is not necessarily anything you should be worried about for future generations.
Alright, well that makes me more relieved to hear. Well, is there anywhere that offers support groups or help on having a child with spina bifida?
Yes, I was just about to tell you myself. The National Information Center for Children is one helpful source. Youth with Disabilities and the March of Dimes Birth Defects Foundation are very useful as well. However, the one I would recommend to you most is the Spina Bifida Association of America. It provides information on spina bifida and events that you and your daughter can participate in if you like.
Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Feel free to schedule another appointment